And welcome to the Hall Prison Universe. I'm King HP, otherwise known as Father, and DC Fandom is in full effect. We are getting trailers. We dropped the Batman trailer. We got that. We still got Shazam coming. We got all these things going on. But right now we're gonna look at the Flash. Okay. Let's go ahead and get right into it because at the end of the day, we want to see the Flash, and he's one of their more versatile characters, very similar to Spider-Man in the MCU. The Flash, I think, is that character that can jump to different universes. But at the end of the day, let's watch this trailer and let's see where we're at, okay?
Tell me something. You can go.
Got my
anywhere
emergency.
you want, right? Any timeline. Any universe.
That's an amazing. Ooh, I think he was at Wayne Manor, but I think. Whoa, is that Reverse Flash?
It's like to say
That's Flash's mom. Flash's mom looks like. Somebody startled some woman. Who's this? That looks like Batman's mask down there. That looks like Ooh, who's that girl? Who's that girl? You got the ring. You got the. He's in the Batcave. That must be Flash's new suit. And that ring with a suit. Oh! Let's go. You got. That was not three flat. Okay. Let's rewind a little bit. Oh, you got the Batmobile. Show it. Yeah. Okay, they don't show it. In production. Nice. Awesome. A couple things we want to look at with that. Let's look at who is narrating in the beginning. It sounds like Michael Keaton. And why is that important? I mean, if you're not familiar, Michael Keaton was the 1989 Batman from Tim Burton series, right? Tim Burton was the director, and ultimately, we got two movies with Michael Keaton. It actually continued the franchise just without Michael Keaton. So that whole Batman, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, that all ties together, right? With Michael Keaton first started, so it's Batman 1, Batman 2 with the Penguin, Danny DeVito, and then they continued to roll it, right? So you got Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, right? So obviously it's big for the franchise. Now they may come back and say certain things were canon, certain things weren't, which would be awesome because I don't think a lot of people are really big on the last couple Batmans of that series, right? Very cartoonish or whatever have you, but very good for the time or whatever. They did a lot of money. And it is what it is. But let's talk about some things. I think there might have been a Reverse Flash. The new suit looks great. I mean, I don't know. So typically you see with comics that Flash ring, right? The suit comes out of that. So you know how where you would see like nanotech or something like that. This is very similar. The ring comes right up out of the suit comes right up out of the ring, right? So that's one good thing about him having the ring. Maybe it'll connect him to like a Flash core. Right, but we also see a Batman mask on the ground and would look like blood, right? So you see that, and you have that visual. So I don't know if it's this older version of Batman, which again Ben Affleck is also cameo or slated to be in this as well. So it'll be very interesting. So I don't know if it's going to be the Michael Keaton Batman that's aged to where he's maybe taking damage or whatever coming out of a big battle, or it'll be Ben Affleck's Batman. But it's very important that they use Batman. I mean, he's the most realistic person to kind of talk to the Flash, right? They both lost parents. So Batman being the older, right, whether it's Affleck or Keaton, it's always the more grounded person to talk to the Flash, talk to Barry Allen, right? Now, they seem to pull up in the, they have the cab, right? The cab, that, to me, it might be Wayne Manor. Which Wayne Manor? I'm going to have to go back and watch the 1989 Batman movie to see if now it's more run down, but does that kind of landscape tie in? Does it match up, line up with what we saw in that trailer? My answer is I hope yes, but we'll see because that could also be the Ben Affleck, Wayne Mansion, or it could be neither place. It could be in a whole different place, right? Typically, we see the Reverse Flash as the person that wants to stop Barry Allen from going back in time to reversing things or whatever, right? And And what's neat about this is if they use this as a Flashpoint paradox storyline, which you can see a lot of these on HBO Max too. HBO Max carries the majority of the DC films, animated and live action. So if you have HBO Max, or if you don't have HBO Max, I would recommend getting it. And this way you can go back through the timeline, watch things. You can watch Aquaman, the Harley Quinn movie that she had, Birds of Prey. I believe the Suicide Squad's on there. The Superman movie. Then you have a lot of the animated stuff too. So, and one of the animated things that's on there is the Flashpoint paradox, which it seems like this story is going to take a lot from. You have the Snyder Cut story now. If that's going to be canon, that's going to be interesting, right? Because in the movie, in the theatrical release, we saw Barry Allen go back in time, or come back to present day to talk to Bruce, right? Am I too late? You know, he had that thing going. So in the Snyder version, the Snyder Cut, we didn't see that exact shot, but we understood that had already happened. And we see the end dialogue of the future where Darkseid has won. Superman loses Lois Lane, appears to be in the Batcave. Wonder Woman's dead. There's no Aquaman is dead. He was killed. And Darkseid has won. And there's this dark, distant future where it's pretty much just Batman, and he's got to team up with Deathstroke. The Joker was one of the people, right? And so it's very desolate future, right? Almost very apocalyptic. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they tie that together. And, okay, if this is their future, right, can Barry go back and save it by altering something, or can he go and save another universe? Was that another universe? And that's that Michael Keaton voice earlier narrating. If you can go to any time, any universe, why would you save this? Like, those questions are going to continue to come up as we get closer to the movie release. And then at the same time, they'll be answered in the movie. But it'll be very interesting to see what type of stories they're going to tell within this, right? So we got what appears to be two Barry Allens. We saw that with the cab. Two Barry Allens in front of Wayne Manor. We also see them later in what appears to be the Batcave with a third person, a female. Now, there's a female laying down. This is female laying down. Who is she? Now, I'm going to throw my whole we thinking otherworldly, so let's think otherworldly here. That's probably Supergirl. Now, before we all bug out, and, that's for logical reasons, in the same trailer, look at the three, right? We see there's clearly two flashes, okay? But this third person appears to have an S on their chest, right? Which would be that Supergirl. So within that Flashpoint paradox, one universe we see is a Superman that, instead of going with Martha and Jonathan Kent, we see that he being Superman, Clark Kent, baby at the time, taking off to government facility, and he is raised there. So they block him from sunlight. He is a shell of himself as he grows older, because he's never been acclimated to sunlight, right? So that's one of the things that spawns Superman's strength, right? And we even saw some of that in the Man of Steel, where his father Kal-El was explaining how he'll be so great on this planet we're going to send him to because he absorbs the sunlight. You know what I mean? Like, my man is out here, my man out here like this. So while he out here like this, he gets stronger with that, and that keeps him keeps his healing up, and it keeps his strength up and things like that. Well, if you took that away, that's what we see in that Flashpoint paradox, is a version of Superman like that. Superman's already established in the DCEU, though, right? He's already established. We've already got the Man of Steel. We've already seen this guy in Justice League. You've already killed the man. Already brought him back, right? So why not introduce Supergirl? Why not do that, where you could do a very similar, they may not do the exact same thing. They can, this is all adaptations of the comic book, so they can do something similar with Supergirl. Maybe they don't have Henry Cavill. Remember, there was some beef back and forth with the studio. Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? He's out. He's in. That's one of the things about the DC universe that has been one of the problems to plague them, is can they keep and lock down actors? We've seen Marvel have the problem too, but nowhere near they didn't have to really worry about Robert Downey, Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, all the Chris's, right? Everybody hates Chris over at DC. But at the same token, we even saw that, we didn't know what was going on with Ben Affleck at one point. So keeping actors is very hard, especially when you try to make these cinematic universes that span 5-10 years. These actors age, their wants change, their desires change. You know, they want to be a big action star at one point, but then as they get older, they may not want to, right? So who knows? But we do know that Supergirl, we can clearly see her, that she's in this film. So that's another thing that DC's doing. Let's step away from the big, let them rest. We can't always have the big three. It can't always be about Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Can't always. We got to introduce new other characters. We got to learn how to build up these other teams, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you did a great job of Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, the second one with James Gunn directed. All right? Good job, you know what I mean? And they're going to continue moving forward. But, again, this trailer, awesome. Check it out. And let's throw your theories down in the comments. If you saw something that we didn't see, put it down in the comments. Remember to hit the like button. If you're not getting notifications, make sure you're subscribed. And if you're still not getting notifications, click the bell, click all. That'll put all the notifications up every time I drop a video. Boom, Hall Praise Universe drops a video. Anything we do, you'll see it, right? So at the end of the day, we like to see you guys continue to comment and continue to support. We thank you. And that is be all. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time.